When people buy a house, they get swept away with emotions about how good it looks and how they see themselves in the house. But at the same time, they also have to know, can we afford it and can we still live the life we want to live? At the end of the day, you really need to know your finances and be prepared for future eventualities, whether it's planned or not planned. And in that respect, I think it's really important for people to be prepared well before they go in and make a signed offer on the purchase.
What I really appreciated about working with Marcel is that he gave us options that weren't even in his best interest. So if he thought it was in our best interests with different scenarios to go with a bank or a different type of lender, he suggested it, regardless of how the outcome would turn. He always looked out for our best interest.
It's not just about what rate you should get, but really what a good professional should try to understand is what you will be doing down the road, and to make sure that what you have now is going to match that goal.
I was introduced to Marcel by a family friend who's also our real estate agent, Doug Savaston, and we were looking for someone to really support us in our second house purchase because we were a little bit overwhelmed by the process of mortgages.
Quality products.
It all boils down to the same thing we were talking about earlier.
And he really cares about his clients.
A lot of people ask me what information they should bring to a meeting. Really, all I need is your goals. What do you want to achieve in the next couple of years in terms of your finances, in terms of, are you going to be traveling a lot? Are you going to be starting a family? Because really, once I know those things about you, that helps me determine what kind of strategy I think would be best for you.
We were introduced to Marcel through our realtor, and it's one of the best contacts that we have made over the few years that we've been working with buying and selling properties.
Marcel is the ultimate professional. I know that once I hand a client over to him that they will be in the best care possible.
He just takes the time to get to know you and you feel like you're being taken care of.
It is just so important to be in the right hands with the biggest decision of your life.
In today's market, where there are a lot of multiple bid situations, or people go in and see a house with the realtor and they're very excited to want the property, it's really, really important for them to have a proper pre-approval.
When I hand someone's name off to someone, that's like gold. I will not refer someone out unless I know that my clients are in the absolute best hands.
Jeff and I would go to a bank. We really felt like they were talking down to us or at us, and we didn't really understand all the lingo. We don't come from the banking world.
He takes the time to get to know you, get to know your situation.
We found he really just spoke to us in terms that we understood.
In today's market especially, it's so important to be precise, to know every detail, and to be fully prepared.
It was much easier dealing with Marcel because he gave you the information, and if you had any questions, he could answer them. One of my major issues with banks is that there's no one really there to help you when you have a concern or you have a question or you just don't understand something.
We received a wealth of information from Marcel about our financing options. He took the time to walk through each of the scenarios that we asked him to prepare for us, and he really cared that we understood the information we were receiving and that we were comfortable with the financing options that we were given.
Okay. Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Marcel.
My pleasure.
Okay.
I would absolutely recommend Marcel without hesitation.
It's important when you're buying and selling properties to work with someone you trust.
The proper real estate agent on your side, you want the proper mortgage broker on your side. Like, you need a team of people. He is always a true professional. Anytime that I have recommended him in the past, my clients have always come back to me and let me know how absolutely thrilled they were with his service, with his patience, and with his knowledge.
Visit me, www.marcelghazouli.com.